Well, hey there, welcome back. I'm so glad that y'all are with me today. Today, y'all, I am going to bring you along for 10 things that you can prep right now and get in your pantry, in your kitchen. And these are going to be, again, like very focused, nutrient dense things that are going to be really good for anybody in any situation to prep. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be going ahead and leaving below all of the Amazon links because, like I promised in last week's video, I wanted to make it really easy for you to prep if you're a working mom, just any phase of life. Maybe you're older, you can't get out to the stores, you can't physically go shop around and everything. So I'm going to be leaving all of the Amazon links for all of these products below. And even if you just use it as a cross-reference to compare prices and then find your products somewhere else, it'll at least give you like a baseline to start from. So let's just jump into it. 10 things, and I grabbed these 10 things right out of my kitchen. I like to have my bulk supplies in my pantry, and then from those big bulk containers, I pull out smaller amounts that are like workable size into my kitchen. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. Let's talk about the first thing, your first prep. So your first prep for the week is going to be rice. So our family likes wild rice, but this rice I actually got about a year ago now, and I mixed it wild rice and sprouted brown rice. And I'm gonna pull up all the information for you in just a minute and tell you what the pricing is and how I bought that and everything like that. One good thing to remember when you're buying rice in bulk, white rice is going to last you a lot longer than a brown rice or a wild rice. But that being said, this rice has been perfectly fine. It's very good. You can go ahead and get a sticker or just a Sharpie pen and a little piece of masking tape and write the date on it. So just like with all of your preps, it's good to date everything as you bring it in, so that way you can keep track of how long it has been in your pantry. And then these jars, I will link these for you too. I'm gonna be showing you all of my dry goods preps that I have in these jars, and I got these on Amazon a couple years back. And I just liked the size of these. These are half-gallon jars, but I liked that they were like short and wide, and they worked good for my kitchen counter because I can stack them too deep. And I'm very visual, and I like to stay really organized in my kitchen and pantry. So seeing these on my counter every single day, I can know what foods that I need to be working through, so that way my preps are in constant rotation. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna give you some prices on this wild rice. And also, like I said, I mixed it half and half with a sprouted brown rice. So it looks like here that I bought the sprouted brown rice in a 25-pound bag, and it comes in at 16 cents an ounce. This is an organic sprouted brown rice, and I can tell you anything else about it. And this is made by Planet Rice. Of course, it's gluten-free, and it's a medium grain rice. It comes in at 16 cents an ounce, and I thought that that was a reasonable price when I bought it. I don't know what the price was when I bought it, but I think this is still a pretty reasonable price for a good quality rice. Rice is one of those things that you really want to be careful when you're shopping around for, because there's a lot that they're doing to the rice with the genetic modification and just all of the different things that they do now to bioengineer foods. So just be very careful with rice. And so yeah, 25-pound bag of the sprouted brown rice. It looks like if you get this on Subscribe and Save, you can even save more and save, you can pay 15 cents an ounce for it, and it's $61.74 if you get it on the Subscribe and Save. And I talked to y'all about Subscribe and Save last week and shared with you how a good friend of mine who has 10 children, she introduced me to Subscribe and Save back probably like 2019. And and she was explaining how she just goes on, like before it ships out every month, checks on everything, make sure it's still available, see if she needs to take something off or add something, and it was a great way also for her to budget. But I am telling you, any type of like subscribe and save system that you set up, it's also a really great way to build a pantry. So the other cool thing about subscribe and save is that it has all of the dates of your last purchases. So it looks like I last purchased this wild rice in 2020, and I bought the Lundberg Family Farms sustainable non-GMO wild blend of gourmet rice. And let's see, I purchased it 5 times in March 12th of 2020. Let me see now. So this rice is significantly higher. This is 42 cents an ounce. For a 64 ounce bag, you pay $27, basically $26.99. So you can see that's why I went ahead and mixed a little bit of my brown rice in with my wild rice just to bring the price down. Everybody really enjoys the wild rice in my family, but for our size family, I just thought that it was kind of more expensive, so I went ahead and I don't even know that I did it half and half. I think I said half and half, but it might have been like 3/4 brown and 1/4 wild rice. But anyway, it looks very pretty, and everybody's been happy eating it since 2020, evidently. So before I go on to my second prep for this week, and we're going to be working through 10 staple preps, but before I go on to that, I just had to say, because it's sitting right here and it's just a shameless plug, y'all, but these 1-gallon bottles of honey. Our family sells honey. You can go over to TheTexasBoys.com. That's our little farm shop, and you can find all different types of things over there. But one thing that you can find over there is honey, and we partnered up with another family farm, and they are local to us, and they make a lot of honey, and so we are really happy to support that family farm, and in doing so, you could also support our family and what we do here on YouTube, which would be really amazing. This is raw, unpasteurized, unvaccinated honey, and it is chemical free, and it was raised right here in Texas. And if you need some good honey, these 1-gallon bottles are going quickly. We have some more on order that will be coming in, and hopefully there's not any kind of like, you know, lapse in time there, but we do have some 1-gallon bottles here, and they are $64 for a gallon, which is a really good price. Moving on to the second prep is popcorn. Popcorn is a really great prep, and for those of you who are new around here, if you wanted a really good place to start with your prepping, you could go onto a website that I used. It's called EZ, the letters E and the letter Z, prepping.com, and on there you'll find a prepping calculator, and you'll find all kinds of tools on there, budgeting tools, all kinds of things, but also a calculator. And if you put in the number of people in your household and their ages, it will within a few seconds spit you out numbers for everything. I mean, from water all the way down to like your fats, your proteins, all of the different things, and how to fill up your pantry. And if you want to know how to budget that out and all that, there's all those tools on there too. But one of the staple preps, y'all, and we've been prepping for a long time now, since our 18-year-old son was just a little toddler. We started prepping back then, and popcorn is one of those things. So popcorn, it's a good, healthy, easy snack. It's a great dessert in the evenings. You can just make up a big thing of popcorn. It's economical, it's cheap, and it's just really great. And most popcorn is gonna say non-GMO on it. It's the other types of corn that you have to be more concerned about when you're feeding your family corn. You have to be more picky, but popcorn, generally speaking, it's not grown in the same way, so most of the time it will be non-GMO. So let me just check with my pricing on the popcorn, and I'll let y'all know what I paid for that. Okay, y'all, so this is interesting too to see. So popcorn, back in 2020, I got popcorn from the Great Northern Popcorn Company, and it was an organic 7-pound jug of popcorn. And it looks like I bought 2 of them that year, and then the next year I bought 2 more. So it seems like we went through about 14 pounds of popcorn per year. And then in 2022, it looks like I switched over to, oh no, it's the same company, the Great Northern Popcorn Bulk. And this time I got it in 12.5 pounds. But the last time that I got it, I purchased this in March of 2023. So just a couple months back, and this one I got from Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Popcorn, and it came in an 8-pound container. See that? Y'all are helping me out because I need to order another one. Knowing that our family goes through at least 14 pounds of popcorn a year, I can just go ahead and add that on. So this is non-GMO, Orville Redenbacher, and it comes in at 10 cents an ounce, and this is an 8-pound jug. It's $12.62 right now on Amazon. And I'm going to tell you another reason to get this one is because it has the big plastic jug with the handle, and those are great. You can use those for repackaging so many different things. Like if you're buying cocoa powder in bulk, sometimes you buy stuff and it's like that Food to Live company or different companies like that, and they'll put them in the big plastic bags, and then once you get it home and you open it and use it, you have to like recant that and put that into a different container. So having these jugs, I always opt to get those jugs with the big lids and the handles. They're just so easy. I have them for all of my spices, which maybe I'll bring you along for one of these Prep With Me videos, and we'll do all of my spices and how I like mega prep spices. But anyway, you can also do this on Subscribe and Save. It doesn't look like it changes the price of this one, but if you had more items, you would still save your 5%. So you would save a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here in my Subscribe and Save right now. And the longest you can go out on Subscribe and Save, like I said before, is 6 months. So if you're like, getting trash bags or you're getting something like that and you're like, I really don't know, just go for the longest amount. Just go for 6 months, and you're going to be getting into that Subscribe and Save every month anyway, and checking it before they ship it out for you. So you'll be on it and you'll be able to go in there and see when you need to update your products. So let's get on to product number 3. So number 3, chickpeas. I have a friend from Italy, and she was just raving to me back in 2020, especially about chickpeas and the importance of prepping chickpeas very specifically. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of nutrition in chickpeas, and dry chickpeas are even better because they're just like any other beans. You can just save them, and they store really great forever, and it's just really awesome. So not literally forever. I know there's going to be somebody in the comments saying they don't store forever. Okay, so so anyway, I do prep chickpeas. You can do so many things. They're so versatile. I love putting some chickpeas into our chilies. You can make different desserts if you're doing like a paleo or I don't know, carnivore or whatever. If you're doing like a high protein, low carb diet, chickpeas are going to be your best friend because you can make blondies and you can make brownies, and you can just make so many different desserts with chickpeas. You can also make hummus, which is a really great, very versatile snack dip. You can do chocolate hummus if you wanted to do like a chocolate fudge, or there's just so many things that you can do with chickpeas, as well as just like add them into soups or whatever. So really great prep, really, really cheap, very nutrition dense, and I'm gonna share with you when I bought these and how much they are now. Okay, so for my chickpeas, it looks like I bought these in a 25-pound bag, and these are chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans, and they are made by Palouse brand, PALOUSEBRAND.com. So you could probably go right to their family website and buy it straight from them if you wanted to. This came in a 25-pound bag, and they are in Washington State. It's local, it's a family company. They have local employees committed to improving the farm, protecting our natural resources for the next generation. So it looks like it's a cool little family company here, and it was $2 right now. Currently, they are $2.40 a pound. So for a 25-pound bag, you're paying $59.95. So just about 60 bucks for a 25-pound bag of chickpeas, and I promise you they will last you a long, long time. So, okay. Number four is chai seeds, or chia seeds, however you say it. I know there's different people that pronounce it different ways. We usually say chai seeds here, but however you say it, it's fine. And chai seeds are just another nutrient-dense, powerful, just powerhouse. They bring so much to the table. We put this on top of our oatmeal. Whenever we have oatmeal in the mornings, we put this into our smoothies. You can make chai pudding with, like, it's really good, like a chocolate chai pudding. You can just do so many different things with chai seeds or chia seeds, however you want to say it. You can sprinkle them onto your salad. They're very rich in omega-3s, and they're just really, really great for you. So let me see. So it looks like I got my chai seeds from two different companies. Back in 2021, I got my chai seeds from Better Body Foods, which is the brand that you can find at Walmart. And I got a 2-pound container. It came in a big, nice plastic container with a lid, so that's nice. So it looks like you have a couple different options for chai seeds that I'm just seeing on here, just kind of quickly shopping around. It looks like your wholesale prices can vary anywhere from like 20 cents an ounce. I see 23 cents an ounce, 32 cents an ounce. Now, I am partial to the Food to Live company. I really like their products. I buy a lot of things Food to Live, and they are a US based company, and I think they ship out of New York. So they have a 15-pound bag of whole chai seeds. You don't want to get ground, you want to get whole chai seeds. And this is 32 cents an ounce. It's $76.49. Let's see, they don't have a subscribe and save. Next up, number 5 is black beans. I store several different types of beans for different reasons, but black beans, so each different bean, just like each different plant or each different food that you bring into your house, brings a different nutritional impact to the table. And for that reason, I like to prep a few different types of beans, and black beans being one of them. Let me get you a price and tell you when I last bought my black beans. My family's favorite are pinto beans and navy beans. So, okay, here we go. I ordered a 50-pound bag of black beans back in 2022 in April. So it's been a little over a year ago now, and we still have plenty of black beans. And this came from, let me get you the price right now. Oh, they're unavailable right now. So this came from a company called Torino, which I have used that company to purchase several of my different beans that I have gotten. So it's Torino, and I think they're from Michigan. Triple cleaned Michigan black beans. and it has their website right on here too. So let's see, they do have smaller. I'm just trying to see because I want to tell you what I would do here. Okay, so they do have a 40-pound bucket from this company, Mountain High Organic, certified organic, black turtle beans, 6 gallons, or a 40-pound bucket, and it's already in a nice food grade white bucket, sealed. It's 24 cents an ounce, and let's see, there's a subscribe and save discount for 23 cents an ounce, $148.20, so you save quite a bit on subscribe and save. Oh, and this company also sells garbanzo beans in a 40-pound bucket, so this is really nice. This company looks really great, guys, actually. It's all nicely packaged, yeah, and you'll see it up here, but their garbanzo beans are 18 cents an ounce, see? So that's why you have to shop around and see what's around. Oh, they have the dark red kidney beans, see, some long grain rice. That's really nice and convenient to have it already in the buckets and ready to go. And then from those buckets, you could just pull out, it's a 40-pound bucket, y'all. So you could just, that is your preps. You don't have to pay for the big containers. And then you can just take like a nice little glass jar like this, or your mason jars, and then just go ahead and put them in your kitchen. And then you're just going to, you know, have this as a visual reminder, so that way, you know, you're using your preps every week. So when you're getting ready to make your dinner that afternoon or evening, you'll look over and you'll be like, okay, it's been a while since I used black beans, or it's been a while since I used my brown rice. Let me do something with that this evening. So that's what this is for, is to help you keep all those things in rotation. Wow, I'm really excited about this. They have rolled oats. Oh, I use the Great River, sorry, we're not talking about oats. We're not talking about oats today. You're gonna have to stay tuned for that. But I use the Great River Organic Milling Company for most of the time, not every time, but most of the time they come in at a really great price, and they still do. But I can say containers are really, really expensive. And if you can get a container that would hold, like this one holds 23 pounds of oats, that is just great. This company is awesome. Mountain High Organics Inc. INC. Wow, that's so cool. Next up is my white jasmine rice. When you're buying white rice, you have to be really, really careful. It's just like buying corn, right? They do a lot of things to the rice, so be careful when you're buying white rice. This is organic, and it is jasmine white rice. I really, really love it. Mainly, we just use this like randomly. My people aren't like big white rice people, but if daddy is like not gonna be home for dinner or lunch or something, I'll do this, and then we'll just put some type of meat on it or something like that, and then do like a General Tso sauce on it, and just kind of pretend we're having a Chinese night or something like that. But anyway, you can also, I mean, it's white rice, y'all. You can use it a million different ways, and stir fries and all the different things. The other thing that I love to have white rice prepped for, and especially this jasmine rice, because it has just such a really sweet, lovely flavor to it. I love having it for rice pudding, and rice pudding is another really awesome prepper dessert, especially if you are a large family, but even if you're not, if you're older or it's just the two of you now living at home, white rice is just something that is very easy. You can prep it, it's gonna last forever. It will definitely outlast your brown rice and your wild rice and all those other things. It's really, really gonna last long. And you can use oxygen absorbers if you need to, or you can check out Heidi from Rain Country, and she can show you how to use the little air vacuums to vacuum seal your jars, and then you're really good to go. You'll keep your stuff longer. I don't really have to do that because we move through our food more quickly because we're a larger family. But anyway, rice pudding is an awesome, awesome prep when you are thinking about making desserts from your prep. So go get some white jasmine rice. Oh, let me show you. So I ordered my white jasmine rice from the Four Elephants company, and it is a non-GMO rice. It was 25 pounds, and I ordered this back in May, the end of May in 2021. And it comes in at 14 cents an ounce today. So 13 cents an ounce if you do the subscribe and save. It will be $52.24 if you do it on subscribe and save. If you're not on subscribe and save, it'll cost you $54.99. So basically 55 bucks, but $52.24 if you are on subscribe and save. And it is non-GMO, project certified, and it's called Four Elephants Premium Thai Jasmine Rice, 25 pounds. So I think 14 cents an ounce is a really good price. 13 cents is even better. So this is just a super great prep to have. Okay, next up is my cacao powder, and this I definitely buy from the Food to Live company. Not that it's the only company out there selling cacao powder. I'm sure there's lots of different other ones, but I am pretty brand loyal to that company. Like I said, I use them for several different products. If the price is right. If there's a big discrepancy in the price, then I'll go with a different brand. But for my cacao powder, I have bought it from them for a long time now, and it looks like it comes in, for the bulk packages, they sell it in 1 pound, 1.5 pound, 3 pound, 6 pound, or a 12 pound bag, which is actually interesting. That would be worth it for us. So for a 12 pound bag of the cacao powder, it's $73.49. For a 6 pound bag of the cacao powder, it's 42 cents an ounce. It comes in at $40.49, which is a really good price for a good quality product from a very reputable company. And I don't have to go into all the different ways that you can use cacao powder, but one really important way that you can use cacao powder, I mean, we use this we add it to our coffee. If we want to have like chocolatey coffee, I make the kids their hot cocoa with this. We don't buy any kind of like mixes or anything like that in our house. So if I'm going to make them hot chocolate, I'll just get like a couple teaspoons of this and some raw sugar or some honey and put that in there with a little coconut cream, and that's their, and hot water obviously, and then that's their hot chocolate. You can research cacao versus cocoa and the different ways that it's not as processed as a typical traditional cocoa is, so that's why we buy the cacao. And what else was I gonna say about it? We use it for making brownies, making desserts, anything chocolate cake. The other super great thing that you can prep this for, y'all, and this is kind of like, if you're a woman, this is a dire constraints, like horrible times we're in. Seriously, flies. Come on. Most of the chocolate chips that you will find on the market today are going to say, oh gosh, not just GMO. Okay, bioengineered. Okay. So when you're talking about chocolate, one of the great catastrophes of this time period, I would say probably, I've just noticed it in the past few months, is that most of the time when you're buying chocolate in your grocery store now, whether it's chocolate chips or whatever it is, look at your packaging and read it, because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it is going to say made with bioengineered ingredients, and you want to stay way far clear from anything that says made with bioengineered ingredients. This is not GMOs. This is something totally different. The bioengineered ingredients have to do with the pokey that some people got. And it has to do with all of that and what they're putting into our foods now. And I know you all are up on all this because you're on this channel and following along, but the things that they're putting in the mRNA and all the different things that they're changing and putting into our food is just really crazy and scary. And one big food group that they're putting that into is like candies, packaged candies, chocolate chips, all of your general like main brands like Nestle, Dove, I'm trying to think, Hershey, all of those, they're gonna say made with bioengineered ingredients. So if you're looking for a good chocolate chip brand, you know, look around and make sure you know what you're getting and steer way far clear of anything that says made with bioengineered ingredients. Just read your labels, y'all. We can't help what isn't written down, but at least when they do write it on the package in bold, we can read it and know what it is. So that's a new one. That was a new one to me. I did not know that, and yeah, that just really caught me off guard. But one thing that a friend of mine was sharing is that if you have cacao powder, and I have not done this yet, but she said any of you who are into the Trim Healthy Mama, or if you've been into the Trim Healthy Mama diet in the past, you can look, she said, on their recipes, and you can find a recipe to make your own chocolate. And she said it's just really, really easy. You just use a cocoa powder or cacao powder, and then add your coconut oil to it. And I can't remember exactly how they do it. Maybe that's it. And you just like mix it up, and you can make your own chocolate. And I thought that was really, really cool and a great prep in these times that we're living in when they're messing so much with our food. So get yourself some good, healthy, organic cacao powder and start using it. Start stocking it up and have it just because, you know, it's chocolate, y'all. It makes everybody in the house happy. Hey, 3 things left. Are you ready? So we are on number 8, and we have quinoa here. And I have, I believe, 2 different types of quinoa. I think I have the white quinoa in here, and then I've also mixed in my tri-colored quinoa. And I did that because there's really specific health benefits to the nutritional impact of like red quinoa. Specifically, red quinoa is very good for fighting cancer. So that's just really good to know. And then they have like this tricolor mix, which is really cool too. So I think, I'm pretty sure I bought this from the Food to Live company. Tricolor quinoa, I bought it back in 2020. I bought a 15-pound bag from the Food to Live company, and it is organic tricolor quinoa, 15 pounds, non-GMO, 3-color blend, white, black, and red quinoa, whole grain, non-aerated, which is good. It is sproutable, so if you're into sprouting, that's very good. So it looks like they sell it in 1 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound. This is why I do love this company. It gives you lots of options. 15-pound bags and 20-pound bags, which you save a little bit more if you do the 20-pound bag. So I got it in a 15-pound bag, and the price right now is $63.49. It comes in at 26 cents an ounce. But like I said, if you're just adding this to, like you did the rice, like with my wild rice, I added that to my brown rice, so it cuts your price down. So that's the same as what I did with my quinoa. I bought just the regular plain quinoa, and then I added in my 15-pound bag of the tricolor quinoa because it is very pretty to look at, and also, you know, all of the nutritional value with it. So if you bought this on a 15-pound bag on Subscribe and Save today, it would cost you 25 cents an ounce, $60.32. Okay, so just to compare a little bit, so the Food to Live company also has the red quinoa, and that looks like it's 28 cents an ounce, so not that much difference actually at all. All right, y'all, 2 more things. Number 9, we're at number 9, is my favorite of all time, gluten-free pasta. And even if you're not gluten-free, y'all, this pasta is pretty good. So this is red lentil pasta, and I buy this mainly from Barilla. I have not been able to find it from any other companies or any other websites at a better, cheaper price than Barilla, and we have been eating this for, I guess, almost 5 years now. We tried all of the different types of pastas when we went gluten-free, and we went gluten-free for thyroid reasons, and also one of my children is very sensitive to gluten. So this red lentil pasta is great. It's made with whole ingredients. The only ingredient in it is red lentils, so you can't really go wrong with that. There's no oils or anything like that in it, and we just love it. It makes such an easy meal. I don't have to tell you how easy it is to just boil up some pasta, but if you want to make it even easier to boil pasta, if you have an Instapot, I use my Instapots like almost every day because we're busy and we're at the farm and there's just a lot going on, and I can pull out 2 Instapots and throw in some different things and just turn them on and forget about it and go about my day. And then when dinner time comes around, dinner is already made, which is fabulous, just so wonderful. But anyway, if you want to make pasta even easier than boiling it on the stove for 10 minutes, you can put your pasta in the Instapot with some water. If you want to add a little bit of oil, you can add a little bit of oil to it. Good oils, y'all. Use good oils. And then, yeah, just put it on for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes on high, and your pasta will be perfect, and you wouldn't have to stand and watch a pot boil and stir it and do all of that. It's just ready to go, super great. Like, I do that a lot for the Lord's Day when we have fellowship meals. It's just so easy to just boil up pasta that way and then just throw some sauce in there and you are all ready to go. So let me just check and see. When was, oh boy, it's been a long time. I remember when I got my red lentil pasta, and there's actually a video of it, and I'm like opening all of these boxes of red lentil pasta. So it looks like I last got it in August of last year, and let's see. It comes in a big box. There's 10 boxes, like regular pasta size boxes like you would get at the grocery store. There's 10 of those size boxes in a big bulk box. So you get 10 of them, and they're 8 ounces each. Let's see. What is the price today? 31 cents an ounce. And this is sold by the Barilla company, the Barilla store. And so yeah, so it would be 31 cents an ounce. It's $27.12 for 10 boxes of the Barilla pasta. And sometimes in the past, like I guess it's going back a few years ago now, but I actually got a better deal on Walmart.com. I remember that than I did on Amazon. So you got to shop around and make sure that you're getting the best price. But also, if you did a subscribe and save, okay, so you're paying the same price. Sorry. If you did subscribe and save, oh no, I'm sorry. Huh. Oh, you do save quite a bit. Okay, sorry. So if you were buying it right now, just a one-time purchase, it would be $31.90 for the 10 boxes. But if you did subscribe and save, it would be $27.12 for that same big box of pasta. So there you go. Okay, y'all, last prep from my kitchen shelf is coconut oil, and this is not just any coconut oil. This is the Viva Naturals Organic Extra Virgin Coconut Oil, cold pressed, unrefined. Great, it says great for cooking, baking, hair, and skin. So this is like the ultimate prep. I keep one whole shelf in my pantry to these big jars of coconut oil because they are great. We had just actually gone down to just using this as our only oil in the house back like 5 years ago, and we loved it. It worked great for everything. We have added back in olive oil, but this coconut oil is just fabulous, and I had bought it from different places at different times, and let me just see. It seems like, I'm just gonna guess that for the past year or two, yeah, so in 2020, I bought it from here. I actually bought the Kirkland brand back in 2020. And then I skipped 21, so I must have got it somewhere else in 21. And then 22, I came back to this, and I bought this coconut oil here in 22, and then also again in January of this year, I bought this coconut oil. Sorry, y'all can see it. In January of this year, I restocked my coconut oil, and it is 35 cents an ounce. It's $18.69 for 54 ounces. And that is the subscribe and save price. Your one-time purchase price would be $21.99. So it would be 41 cents an ounce for a one-time purchase. So you do save quite a bit. And yeah, I think that's it, right? I think that's it. What I do with my coconut oil is kind of like with my peanut butter, which my peanut butter that I ordered last week in the big bucket. Remember, I was talking to you about my big bucket of peanut butter. I will show you that when it comes. I have several things coming, and I hope it gets here before the next video, but I will try to get it on to the next video if it works out. But if not, I'll have to skip that and go to the next video. But anyway, I'm still waiting on my bucket of peanut butter. But what I do with my coconut oil, because it is a fat like mayonnaise or peanut butter, I let that shelf, like I fill the whole shelf up with the prep, and I have a designated area. It's really good to designate one area to one specific prep. And then that way you have a goal set on it, and you're like, okay, you're not just prepping until infinity. You're prepping like, you know, because our space is limited. I mean, let's be real, right? Our space is limited in our houses. We don't have, like, even if you're prepping in a basement, it's still a limited space. So it's good to limit, I think, my opinion is that it's good to limit and a space and dedicate one certain space to one certain prep. So I have one shelf that I dedicate to coconut oil, and when I get that all filled up, then I just like check that off in my mind and think, okay, I am all good on coconut oil. I don't have to think about that for whatever, like another year, right? But then I'll go through it and we'll use all of that coconut oil. And when I get down to the last, you know, jar or two, then I'll go on and reorder my coconut oil and start filling that back up little by little, or maybe, you know, it works out that month that I can just go all in and, you know, get all my coconut oil and fill the shelf up in one fell swoop. It just all would depend on the timing and the budget and how all that was going on at that time. But I like to do that. I do that also with my peanut butter. I do that with several different preps, y'all. I will just go ahead and use all of that up, and then when that is used up, or it's getting to the very, very end, then I'll go back and restock that shelf for that prep. And I think that works out really well for me, because I don't have to then like really think about like keeping a big rotation in on things as much. I rotate it from the pantry to my kitchen and use it and use everything. And my pantry is really close to my kitchen, which if you can do that, if you can even change a room in your house so that way there's a little room or a closet that you can change into a pantry, that's really convenient. So you'll be more likely to use it. If it's inconvenient, you're more likely to forget about your preps, like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So, you know, if it's really far away, you'll probably be less likely to access it. But if it's close by, you'll be more likely to pull from it more and use your preps. But I also done that with like my tomato sauce. I think I was sharing with y'all, was that I prepped like 3 layers deep of tomato sauce. I filled an entire shelf 3 levels deep, and I did all my tomato products like diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomato paste, everything, salsa. And then little by little, we went through it, and it took probably maybe 2 years, and we used it all up. And now I am restocking back up my tomato sauce again. And that's just so nice because now I know that we used it all up, and then and it's just so nice. And I don't freak out like, you know, oh, I'm out of tomato sauce, but what would you do if there was a catastrophe and you couldn't get tomato sauce? Well, you would live, you would still be okay. Or like, what if, you know, you ran out of coconut oil at the exact same time as like, you know, I don't know, fill in the blank, right? I don't know. You know, World War whatever broke out. Well, like, you would still live without it. You would find other things to do. You would, you know, people live oil-free. Like, you would be able to do it. So I don't worry about just one prep, going through that, using that up, just for my peace of mind of not having to constantly manage it and think about that rotation. But like I said, I do recommend dating things anyway as they come in. It's just good practice to do that. I just have one of those little sticker maker things, and I just punch in, you know, the little handheld ones, and I just punch in the date of when I got it, or whenever, if you want to do it like the expiration date of when it will expire. Either way, it doesn't matter. Just get a date on it and stick that on there, and then you are good to go. And if you don't want one of those little high-tech machines, you can just do masking tape and a Sharpie marker, and that will work just the same. And that's actually a really good little tip for canning, that instead of writing on your jar lids, just using a little piece of masking tape and or painter's tape and a Sharpie marker, and then it's right there, it's right on the front of your jar, and then when you're done with the jar, you can just peel it off and you don't have stuff written on your canning lids. So that's kind of really nice. But well, if you stuck with me all the way to the end, you are like a super fan. Like, that was so awesome. I just thought that was super fun. I really love this series. You know, managing my home is just one of my big passions in life. It's like, you know, right up there with all of the things. It's the way that I show my family that I love them and that I'm taking care of them, is that I manage my home, right? And I make sure that we have the food that we need to eat and all of that. So I hope that you're enjoying this series too. And if you have any questions for me, if you have any really great deals that you found lately, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure y'all are gonna get in there and talk about all of your deals and all of your savings and where to buy things and all that. Like I said, this, even if you just use these links as a baseline for, okay, that's kind of a good price today, let me go look around. Use it as a resource, and I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you haven't gone over to the Texas Boys lately, go on over there. We put so much time and effort into making that website just enjoyable for y'all. There's new courses that are launching next month, so be sure to go check out our 2 new courses. And yeah, with that, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you next time, next week, right back here, Prep with me. See y'all. Bye-bye.